Welcome to the Harworth Brass Podcast. With your host, Pete.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Harworth Brass Podcast, where we shine a spotlight on the players, personalities and passion that make our band what it is. Today's episode is titled Leading from the Front, Principal Cornet Perspective. And we're chatting to someone who's not only at the top of the cornet section, but also at the heart of our organisation, our Principal Cornet, Chairperson and Safeguarding Officer, Lyn Howard. We'll find out what it takes to lead from the front, balancing big responsibilities and still have fun making music together. So grab a brew, settle in, and let's get started. Hello, Lyn.
Good evening, Pete.
So we'll start with your musical journey, what it's like sitting in that all-important Principal Cornet seat. So we know what your role in the band is, because we just said it, but how long have you been playing and what first got you started with brass music?
I started playing, as a lot of players did, from where I was born, because I'm a southerner by birth, as many of you will already know, with the Salvation Army.
Oh, wow.
Brass bands aren't as popular down south as they are up here in the north, when I was about 9.
Wow.
So quite some time.
Quite some time.
Probably a little bit older than lots of people realise. So I started playing in the Salvation Army in their young people's bands, as they called it, and the Salvation Army church that I went to at the time didn't allow ladies in their senior band.
Heard that one before.
So when I got to about 14 or 15, I had to stop playing. Then I met my husband, and then we both joined an outside band, which is how we basically got together.
Yeah.
And carried on playing in what was then the brass band movement down south, and continued playing until we started our family in the early 80s.
Wow.
And then had a break. Then moved up here and carried on playing, started playing yet again.
Yeah.
And I've been playing ever since.
Ah, what a story. So what inspired you to pick up the cornet in the first place? Was it family, school, or something completely different?
I started the recorder at school. I was very lucky. I was being a Christmas baby. I went to a school that was very music orientated, and we had one of the finest recorder groups in Southeast Essex. We won lots and lots of awards, and I had a head teacher who was very focused on music.
Okay.
I actually learned to read music before I learned to read.
Oh, that's impressive then.
At the age of 4.
Yeah.
So music has always been a big part of my life. So it was a natural progression. I think I learnt the recorder, I learnt the violin, I learnt the clarinet. Then when obviously I joined the Salvation Army as a youngster, the cornet was the obvious choice, and it chose me. I've tried the horn, tried the euphonium, a bit big for me, can't really pick it up. So I carried on with the cornet, and that's where I've stuck.
And that's where you've stuck.
Yeah.
Well, the Principal Cornet seat is often called the leader of the band. How would you describe the pressure and the privilege that comes with that role?
It's a huge privilege, and one I don't take lightly. It's one I've cherished. I've been Principal Cornet of Harworth Brass now for 10 and a half years, which is quite a long time. I don't take, as I've said, the responsibility of that seat lightly. I cherish that seat, and I work really hard to maintain that seat.
Absolutely.
I've learned over the last probably 3 or 4 years now to actually learn to delegate parts, where I don't try and play them all, but I do like to make sure that I can play all the parts, so I know that if there is somebody missing, I can play everything. But it is a huge responsibility to lead the band and know that people do look to me for that leadership.
Absolutely.
But it is one I do cherish.
Fantastic. So, do you have a particular warm-up routine or a pre-rehearsal ritual before you play?
I always start with a bottom C, lip, slur up to a top C, octaves, up the scale, back down again. Get my lip thing. It was something somebody taught me way back, and something I've always done and still do today.
Yeah, I'm going to say everybody has different ones. Obviously, I play tenor trombone and bass trombone. So when I do the bass trombone, to warm my lip up, I hit the pedal notes.
Yeah.
But when I'm playing tenor trombone, I do the higher notes to get my lip ready for those pieces.
Yeah.
So.
And then I'll probably run up to a top C if I can, and then just run the scale back down again, just a general warm up. Yeah.
Sounds good. What's one of the most memorable performances as Principal Cornet, and what made it stand out?
I think I've still got to go back to playing alongside Richard Marshall. That was a huge privilege to stand beside him and play. Playing alongside him with Bolero.
Oh, yes.
Was amazing. We played the Old Lang Syne Lost Post. 12th Street Rag, as you know, has been a bone of contention for me. I still can't get that part of that right, but just to play alongside somebody of such stature.
Yeah.
And a huge musician, but such a great down-to-earth guy.
Oh,
was
so
amazing.
down-to-earth.
Yeah.
He took the time out just to answer questions from everybody in the band, I remember.
Chat, and I said to him, why can't I get that little bit right? He said, because you've got it stuck in your mind that you can't play it, but you can. Yeah, that was an amazing evening. And for the band, it was just such a huge event, and we put so much work into it, not just as a committee and an organising that we did, but the band put so much work into it. And I'd love to be able to do that as an organising committee with another player.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
In the future for them.
I agree.
Because it did the band so much good. Yeah, that for me was a real standout evening.
So how do you prepare mentally for solos or contest performances? Because I know you play for the Principal Cornet for Harworth, but you also play with another brass band, and so you can contest, because obviously Harworth don't contest.
I try not to get too nervous, even though sometimes I do, and sometimes you get a piece that really thinks, oh, that's going to really challenge me, or maybe am I going to get it right on the night?
Yeah.
Just try and enjoy what I do. Try and think, will the audience enjoy what I'm playing? Try and not to get too nervous, but try and focus on what I'm playing, enjoy what I'm playing, and not getting your own head. Yeah, as much. Yeah, because if you do, that's when the nerves set in. That's when you think that bit I think I can't play will then get into your head, and then you'll think, oh, I'm going to go wrong in that bit, where you know really well that I can play it.
Absolutely.
And then just enjoy it. Just enjoy the moment.
Absolutely. What's the trickiest piece you've ever had to lead, and how did you approach it? You can either, like in the past, or it's maybe something that you're playing now.
Trickiest piece. Well, that's a difficult one.
I know we've had lots of tricky pieces in Harworth over the last few years.
I think at the moment, Dances with Wolves, because I have a huge octave jump.
Right.
And hitting that top B, but I think I've now mastered it because I've
played it. If I'm not mistaken, that's the quiet bit, isn't it?
At the beginning.
At the beginning, so it's very exposed.
It's very exposed at the beginning, and then it's very exposed again at the end.
Yeah.
But I think I've mastered it now, and I can play it with confidence. So yeah, I'm happy with that.
Fantastic. How do you keep the morale and focus high within your section when rehearsals get tough? Because you have normally between 4 or 5 on the front row. Or is it just having a laugh?
I think we have a laugh.
You've got to.
We have to, yeah, and then keep the morale going. We've got a WhatsApp group. We pass messages backwards and forwards to each other. We keep each other's morale going that way.
Yeah.
And if we've got problems, we'll message each other. But we all know we're there for each other, come what may. And as most of you know, I've had some pretty rough times over the last 3 or 4 years.
Of course.
And we've all been there for each other, as well as banding.
Yes.
Personally. And they go both hand in hand.
It's a band family, isn't it?
Side by side, it's a huge band family. So I think your playing goes alongside your personal life. The two walk side by side. And I don't know how to answer that.
No, I think that's probably it. I think you've answered that perfectly already. So we'll go on to the next one. As Principal Cornet, what do you think makes for a great relationship with the musical director? So in this case, Claire.
For her to know that she can trust me to lead the section, and that if something goes wrong, that she can trust me to pick it up and keep it going. And I think she knows I can do that.
Yeah.
And like the other week when I played a solo, I thought I'd got another bar's rest, and I sat there and I thought, oh, I think I should have come in there. But fortunately, the band all just waited for me, and I did come in and I played it beautifully.
You did indeed. I remember that one.
Yeah.
So talking about solos, if you could perform any solo with Harworth Brass, what would it be and why?
Oh, I don't know. There's so many out there to choose from, isn't there?
There's a lot for. I mean, I look at solos for myself as well, and there's so many out there these days that you could choose from.
There's hundreds to choose from. There is absolutely loads.
I think there's probably more for Cornet than there is for probably some of the other
Probably
instruments.
is. I think we're really lucky, aren't we, that the Salvation Army have opened up their library to everybody.
Yes.
And there's loads and loads out there within their library. So I don't know if I can answer that actually.
No, too many to choose from.
Yeah.
Not a problem. All right, here's another one then. What's your favourite contest march?
Favourite contest march? I'm going to go back to the Salvation Army here because they've got some cracking marches.
They do.
And my favourite one is one called Temple 85.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that one.
I love that march. But you can go to Temple 85, you can go to Star Lake, you can go to... there's hundreds of them, but Temple 85 is one of my favourite marches of theirs.
Brilliant. Do you prefer the thrill of contesting or the joy of concert playing? I remember when I
like
did it, I'd probably say both.
But I like to do a good concert where I know the audience have really enjoyed it.
Yeah. What's your go-to banding snack for contest days? So obviously you don't do the contest with us, you do it with the other band, but do you have a go-to banding snack when you go doing contest or packed lunch or something like that?
No.
No.
Don't eat bacon. Don't have bacon because it makes me really thirsty.
All right, there we go then. If you could swap seats with any other section for one night, where would you go?
Trombone, because I'd love to be able to play the trombone, but I don't know all the positions.
Well, maybe I can teach you one day.
Yeah, trombone.
Yeah, brilliant. Couple of fun questions then for you. Who's the biggest joker in the band?
Biggest joke, Darren.
I was going to say it's got to be between Darren and probably Matt.
Yeah, Darren.
Yeah.
Definitely Darren.
Yeah. What's the funniest on stage or rehearsal moment that you've had? Doesn't necessarily mean you, just in any situation.
I don't know. Probably a few.
I always remember one that always comes to my mind was, I think it was last year, the
fairies.
Yale Bell. Oh, they got the fairies, yeah.
At the Now Church.
At the Now Church. I was thinking of the one at the Yale Bell when the old ladies at the front were heckling Tim on his solo. Was that last year or the year before? I can't remember.
I'll tell you one. I did a concert at the Old Bell about 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And a gentleman, because the audience sit quite close to us, don't they?
Yes.
And a gentleman said to me at the end of the first half, "You played really well for that first half." He says, "But I did notice you played an A flat instead of an A in one piece." And
Wow.
I went, "Oh." He said, "Because I've been following your music all the way through."
So it cost you that close he could see it.
Yes.
And he obviously knows the fingering.
Yes.
Wow.
So I discreetly repositioned my stand for the second half so he couldn't see my part. So I think that probably has to be my most memorable.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yes.
That's a very good one.
Yeah.
If the band was stranded on tour, who would you put in charge of organising survival? Who's the most organised in our band?
I think it'd probably be you.
Me?
Yeah.
You trust me?
Yeah, I think I do.
Oh, see, I'd have probably gone my sister.
Yeah, but your sister would treat us all like school children.
Well, yeah, probably. But no, thank you very much.
Yeah, I think I'd probably put you, because you're band sergeant.
I am band sergeant, so yeah, got
Yeah.
to keep everyone in check.
Yeah, I don't want to be lined up like a school child.
Sorry, Claire, if you're listening.
Yeah, she might take me off for that one, mightn't she?
Okay, and just the last question of part one. Describe your cornet section in 3 words.
Talented,
Yep.
committed, and the best.
Fantastic. That's a brilliant one. So we're going to leave it there. We'll be back shortly, everybody, for part 2. Welcome back to part 2. So some brilliant stories and some cracking insight into what it's like leading from the front row. Now let's talk about the other side of your role, the leadership that happens off the stage. You don't just lead musically, you help lead the entire band as chairperson and safeguarding officer. So let's explore what that's like. So how did you first get involved with the committee and become chairperson?
I was voted on as vice chair about 2.5, 3 years ago. And when the chairperson stepped down, I obviously then became chairperson.
Yeah.
And have been voted on as chairperson for the last couple of years. So that's how I became chairperson.
And what does that role typically look like, beyond rehearsals and performances?
So representing the band as the chairperson of the band. It's just more of a figurehead, really.
Yeah.
I don't really do anything. I just oversee committee meetings, keep you lot in order, make sure that committee meetings run as a nice organised meeting, plod through the agenda alongside your mum, keep things on track, make sure that everybody keeps their roles defined and does their roles as they should do. Nothing really. I just delegate stuff. I don't really do much. I do also do concert secretary alongside my chairperson role.
Yes,
so I
you do.
book all the concerts, make sure everything's in place for those as well. So that keeps me busy. A couple of email boxes to keep an eye on, as well as safeguarding alongside Darren, as I know he chatted about on the last podcast.
Okay. So out of all those responsibilities, what's like the most rewarding part of those positions?
I think they all run alongside each other and I enjoy all of them. It's nice when somebody gets in touch and says, I've heard you and can we book you for a concert? We've had you as a concert before, can we book you again? To be booked from year to year is always a nice thing for the band to be done, and we have quite a few bookings that we literally get booked from one year to the next.
About to say, we just had the concert at the Methodist Church, and they've already booked, I believe, for
both for next year.
For the summer and the Christmas.
Yeah, which they booked this year's both from last year, so they'll book on again, and I'm sure we'll get 2 or 3 Christmas bookings from this year onto next again, which is really lovely.
There you go. How do you balance the responsibilities of, well, obviously you've got the chair, you've got the booking secretary, you've got being Principal Cornet. So how do you balance all of that without losing your sanity? Or do you sometimes lose your sanity?
I sometimes think, have I taken on too much? But now I've very luckily retired from my full-time nursing post.
Yeah.
I can allocate more time to these jobs, and I'm lucky that I do have that time at home that I can commit fully to the band and put lots of time into making sure that everything is done fully and properly, and commit that time. And I do take a lot of pride in making sure I do a really good job, and I hope that the band think that I do a good job for them.
I think we all do. We all appreciate you. What are your top priorities then for the band moving forward?
To keep a positive name out there for Harworth Brass, make sure that we keep a nice high positive profile, get lots of nice concert bookings for next year, and keep the ones that we've already got, because there's nothing worse than going and doing a concert and then not being able to go back and do another concert for that same booking. Hopefully try and get some new bookings and get our name out there to a new venue as well. So that's what I'd like to do for next year.
Sounds good to me. How important is safeguarding in modern brass banding, and what does that role involve? I won't say day to day, but mainly like at rehearsals, at concerts.
Safeguarding is very important, not just in brass banding, it's important in life. But safeguarding isn't just for children, it's for everybody, making sure everybody is safe. People just think that maybe safeguarding is just looking after people that are abused and things. It's for vulnerable people, it's for everybody, making sure that everybody feels safe in whatever environment they are in.
Yeah, you don't always know what's going on behind closed doors for
other
people.
people's lives and what other issues they've got going on, and they need to know that they can come to band knowing that it's a safe environment where they feel safe, and if they have an issue that even doesn't involve band, that they can come and talk to somebody and say, look, I need some help with something, can you point me in the right direction? And they need to know that Darren and I will be there for them in confidence, whether it be in the bandroom or at a completely neutral location, as we have offered to do.
Yes. And
talk to us, knowing that whatever they tell us will go no further than both of us.
Absolutely. I mean, so what advice would you give to other bands about building a safe and supporting environment for players of all ages?
Do the safeguarding training which Brass Bands England offer.
Which is what you and Darren have done, yes.
It's really comprehensive. To do the band safe thing and everything, you have to do the safeguarding training anyway. To link everything together, you have to do your band safe training. It's imperative that everybody does safeguarding. It's such an integral part of daily life now that everybody does it. It's not just about adults and vulnerable children, vulnerable people. It's for everybody. We all need to feel safe in whatever we're doing.
Absolutely. I mean, have you ever had to handle a particular tough situation, and what did you learn from it? Obviously, we won't go into details, but obviously, have you had to deal with anything that
we have between us, Darren and I, and I think we handled it really well, and we've come out on the other side and it was all sorted.
That's good.
But it also then makes you look at the situation and think maybe we could have handled that a bit differently, and maybe we should have done that. So, but you can say that with any situation in life, can't you?
Yeah. So you learn from the previous ones, don't you?
Yeah.
And everything. So that's
and
good.
I think you do that with life in any situation.
Absolutely.
Anyway. Yeah.
How do you keep committee meetings positive and productive?
Don't let everybody waffle.
Which can happen.
Yeah. Keep to the agenda. Make sure that everybody has a chance to have their say.
Yeah.
Don't let everybody... I try not to let everybody talk over everybody. I always say, right, we've got an issue to discuss. Everybody can have their turn and then we'll make a decision. Being from a nursing background and dealing with patients and dealing with complaints and everything, it's important for everybody to have their say, but also to keep a positive, how can I put it? A positive vibe on everything, but you also have to keep it contained and not let everything run away. Emotions can run away when somebody's passionate about something.
Yeah, I suppose one of those things, isn't it, that it's like the three things, isn't it, where you've got to have the sandwich.
Yeah.
So you have a positive, negative, but finish it with the positive to make sure,
to make sure that everything's dealt with. But everybody needs to be able to have their say, but you also then have to come to a decision that has the right outcome.
Yeah,
at
and
the
as
end
a committee,
of it.
yeah.
And as a committee, we all have to agree, or at least have a majority decision at the end of it. Yeah, cool. But we have some really good positive committee meetings.
I think so. Yeah. Definitely, they're very productive. Obviously, we haven't got one now till I believe January. But I'm sure we'll have plenty to discuss after Christmas period.
Alright folks, confession time. Our brass band is currently held together by sticky valve oil, borrowed music stands from the 90s, and a mute that's been glued back together twice. If you've ever thought, wow, these legends deserve a music stand that isn't held up by an old trombone slide, this is your moment to shine.
Exactly! You can be the unsung hero of the bandroom. How? By popping over to our website and buying us a coffee. Your support keeps us caffeinated enough to survive marathon rehearsals and helps us upgrade to things like actual sturdy stands. Maybe even a microphone that doesn't double as a spare lyre clip.
And the best bit? If you donate, you can send us audio clips. We'll play them right here on the podcast. Whether it's you cheering us on, roasting our dodgy tuning, or sending in the world's most dramatic cornet cadenza, we'll take it all. Tasteful vibrato encouraged.
Not a talker? No problem. You can still leave us a comment or review. It helps spread the word and gives us that warm, fuzzy feeling you usually only get after nailing a top C on the first try.
So, support the band, support the podcast, and help us level up from ragtag rehearsal chaos to concert-ready chaos. The link's in the show notes. Buy us a coffee, send in your clips, and let's keep the music rolling. Preferably on a trolley that isn't held together with gaffer tape.
Couple of extra brass bandy questions. If money were no object, what's the first thing you'd buy for the band?
New band room, all of our own, the way we could set everything up and wouldn't have to put everything away.
I asked that question in the last episode to Darren, and that was the same answer. We used to have our own band room on the pit site before, obviously it got knocked down to build where we currently are now. But it was nice to turn up to rehearsals and your chairs and the percussion and everything, your stand is just set up already for you. So maybe one day we'll get that back.
If we win the lottery.
What's one tradition you think every brass band should keep alive? Could be quite a tough question, that, sometimes. Especially with how long brass bands have been going.
Traditional brass band marches.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think you can't... One of those things when it comes to concerts, there's nothing better for me than starting a concert with a march.
With a march.
You know, if it's something like Punchinello or Death or Glory.
One brass band I played with, their conductor always started with a march and then always had an overture.
What, straight after the march?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that, I can see that.
Because he said that was traditional.
Yeah. Oh, maybe something we can look at. I'll mention it to Claire.
Yeah. Some nice overtures out there as well.
So how do you see community bands like Harworth Brass evolving in the next 5 years?
As long as we keep pushing and playing and keep our name out there, we should still be here in 5 years' time.
Yeah.
We've got to keep...
I think we've got to keep that presence out there. And the good thing about Harworth Brass as well is we attract young players.
Yeah.
You know, the looks of Harrison, who is on percussion. Yeah. You know, and he's doing a wonderful job.
Because we're so family orientated and such a family friendly band.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not what I call a stick in the mud band.
No, absolutely not. We're a very welcoming band. Yeah. So some Christmas and bandy questions now. So obviously Christmas is such a big time for brass band. We're currently in it now. We've just started. What's your favourite festive engagement to play at?
Can I pick two?
You can pick however many.
I love the weekend of the Now Church and Yield Bell. But then the Christmas one at the town hall is always the final Christmas concert. So I'm going to go for three, sorry.
Yeah, go for three. Obviously, the one at the town hall, that's the 14th of December.
Yeah.
And I believe tickets are selling quite quick for those.
That's always such a great evening, and that sort of doesn't finish Christmas because we have a few carol jobs afterwards, but that is always such a well-attended concert for us.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Do you have a memorable or funny story from caroling or from a Christmas concert? Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine. Like it's a tough one because it's only once a year. We only have so many concerts.
Yeah.
So.
I don't think I do, other than the old bell and the gentleman reading my music.
Reading your music, yeah, definitely. Okay, we'll go on to the next one. What's your go-to Christmas piece, or one you secretly dread? Or you can do both.
Secretly dread Christmas at last.
Okay. So you secretly dread Christmas at last. What's your go-to Christmas piece then?
I love Candlelight Carol.
Yeah, it's nice.
I love that carol. I really like that. But yeah.
Yeah, you have to remind me on rehearsal this week because I actually. Do you remember the music from Home Alone?
Never seen it.
It's
I'm
a
not
lovely,
a huge film person.
It's a lovely piece of music, and we've got it in the back. So I'm going to see if we can get it out for one of the concerts. Maybe the 14th of December one we could do. How much does Christmas playing help keep the band connected with the community?
Oh, hugely. And this year, because we're going out, we've got some gigs at Marshall's Yard in Gainsborough, and we're going caroling in the supermarket. It'll get us out there.
Oh, and not
more.
to forget the butchers.
And the butchers in the village as well, which we did last year.
Which is our local community, that.
I think it keeps the band even more connected because everybody loves a brass band at Christmas.
Everybody loves just getting involved with carols. It's like when you're out, like wherever we go when we do the carols, if it is the butchers or if it's the supermarkets or Marshall's Yard, it gets the kids involved as well. If they want to come over, and we always take some tambourines and things with us.
And bells and things.
Yeah, so they can play
kids
along.
Love Rudolph and Jingle Bells and everything. Yeah, definitely.
What's the coldest or most unusual Christmas job you've ever played?
Coldest.
I remember rightly, it was rather cold last year when you played outside the butchers.
I didn't actually play that one because I was at work.
Yeah, because I didn't play that one either. But I do remember people saying it was very, very cold.
Yeah, I didn't actually do that because I was working, so I got out of that one.
Well, let's go with that one then, because everybody did complain about how cold that one was.
Yeah.
If you had an unlimited festive budget, what kind of Christmas event would you put on?
For the band?
Yeah. Or concert that we could put on as well, and where?
I'd hire a big restaurant. We'd all have a great big Christmas meal. And I think we'd just have a great big party.
Sounds good to me. I'm always up for a good party. Yeah, that's a very good one, that one. So a couple of fun wrap-up questions now. If you could invite any musician, alive or not, to sit in with Harworth Brass for one concert, who would it be?
Duke Ellington.
Oh, okay. Any reason why?
Or the clarinetist.
From... Oh, I really stumped you there.
Did Duke Ellington play clarinet?
Honestly, I can't remember.
So I used to really enjoy a clarinet player when I was at school.
Oh, we'll go with Duke Ellington then.
He used to be a really famous clarinetist when I was at school. I really liked.
I'll have to Google that one later.
Yeah.
Who's the band member most likely to forget their music or stand?
It's either going to be Tracy or Sam.
Tracy or Sam? I'm going to say, I think that's when I asked Darren that question, he said Tracy, but she wouldn't mind being told that because she knows that.
Yeah.
So, what's one thing most people don't know about you?
How old I am.
I'm not going to ask.
Because Matt didn't realise I'm as old as I am when we were talking about it the other day.
Okay. And we'll leave it there. Yeah. If Harworth Brass made a movie, who would play you?
I don't know.
Choose anybody you like.
I've got a clue.
No?
Got a clue.
Maybe we'll ask the band.
Yeah, ask the band. Yeah.
Who would play you in a movie if we had made a movie about Harworth Brass?
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't have a clue. Not a clue.
No worries. Well, Lyn, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been brilliant hearing your stories, your insights, and all the hard work you do, both on and off the stand. From leading the band with those top notes to steering the committee behind the scenes, you really show what it means to keep Harworth Brass thriving. And to all our listeners, thanks for tuning in to the Harworth Brass Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to follow, share, and leave us a review. It really helps us spread the word about brass banding in our community. Until next time, keep practicing, keep playing, and keep the music alive.